Testing 1, 2, 3. I'm going to pull up my Alanda account or charts. Need to plug in my laptop. And now I need to go to Discord to make it clear that I will be using YouTube this morning. Okay, let me take a look at what's going on here. Checking out the Aussie dollar, Japanese yen. This pair is at support. So I'm going to be looking to buy it if and when it turns north. Now let me turn my attention to the Aussie dollar, US dollar. I'm at support here as well. Now I'm going to the euro dollar British pound. I'm already there. That was the wrong chart. So let me go back to the Aussie dollar, US dollar, where I thought I was. So the euro dollar British pound is not at support yet. So presently, I'm not really looking to buy this pair. Moving on to the euro dollar Japanese yen. I'm already there. That's because you just switched to this chart. Nearing support, but not quite there. Let me go back and check on the Aussie pairs. Still dropping. Both of them are still dropping. Which means I might not buy them after all because I have to wait to see if whether or not they are reversing direction. So you've broken through support. The British pound, Japanese yen is almost at support. I skipped over the euro dollar, US dollar. This pair looks like it might be trying to head north. The cable US dollar looks rather neutral. So I'm not interested in this pair at the moment. Though presently the immediate trend looks bearish. US dollar loonie is skewed at the moment. Skipping over it. The immediate trend here, US dollar chief, is bearish. 2 hour trend is neutral to slightly bearish. Correction, neutral to slightly bullish. The hourly trend is bearish. The pair is at support. So I'm not going to do anything right now. Excuse me. I don't want this. And finally, the US dollar Japanese yen is at a support level and nearing another. The Aussie dollar Japanese yen will hit 8 hour support at about 91.96. The Aussie dollar US dollar will hit 8 hour support at 62.48. It looks like it might be trying to reverse direction here. Same with the Aussie dollar, Japanese yen. I was considering entering, excuse me a second. I was considering purchasing a euro dollar cable 20-minute binary option, 20-minute binary call option. But I've decided not to do it because the 16-minute price flow is still bearish. The 20-minute price flow is neutral. It is only the 4-minute and 10-minute baselines that have turned north. The 60-minute and the 20-minute, the slope of the 60-minute and actually it's 50-minute and 20-minute measurements are not strong enough to sort of guarantee a continuation of an upward ascent. So this one is out of the question now. Going back to check on the Aussie pairs. No confirmation yet. I could enter just based on position, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to wait for price action to cross the 16-minute baseline. That's what I'll use as my confirmation signal. considering the US dollar, Japanese yen right now. 50-minute and 20-minute price flow are bearish. So were I to enter a long position, it would be just temporarily. Price action is very slow at the moment. Switching to a 1-minute chart. Excuse me. I'm looking to see what is the level where I would purchase a derivative 15 or 20-minute binary call option. And that might be when it falls, if it falls, to 147.35. Now the question is, will price action turn around here or not? 10-minute price flow is also bearish. So it is breaking through support, the 4 1/4 minute support. And in fact, the immediate trend, the fastest baseline I use, is now hooking to the south. So this is no longer a buy candidate. The Aussie dollar, Japanese yen is not confirming an upward turn. Same is the case with the Aussie dollar, US dollar. Euro dollar, British pound has gone nowhere. in how many minutes is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 minutes. It's gone nowhere. The euro dollar Japanese yen began turning north, but then failed to sustain its upward trajectory. So to purchase this asset, I would need to see at least the 16-minute baseline turn north and possibly the 20-minute baseline as well. Actually, I don't use a 20-minute baseline. I use a 20-minute price flow channel. The euro dollar US dollar has turned north, but will it continue? The 60-minute trend is not very strong. The 2-hour trend is showing borderline strength. So if I were going to trade deriv, excuse me just a minute, I would probably use an expiry of 20 to 30 minutes. But I'm going to go ahead and enter a long position here and see what happens. Just 1/100th of a lot. Oops. So I'm giving myself about a 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio or reward to risk. Actually, a little bit less. So let me come back in 20 minutes and see what would have happened if this had been a deriv.com binary call option. 805, So that would be 825. The euro, correction, the cable US dollar is also headed north. But it's not actually moved very much in the last 20 minutes when it began to climb. Though this looks like a lot. So if I were going to attempt to take advantage of this in a binary option account, I would have had to have been right there 20 minutes ago. 60-minute price action is neutral. 2-hour trend is weak. There is 30-minute resistance at 1.2944. So I am not purchasing this asset. How is the euro dollar US dollar doing? Not well. This price action is still bullish. So let's see if it ultimately continues climbing. The US dollar Japanese yen looks like it wants to turn north. But right now, price action is weak. And the 60-minute price flow is just slightly bearish. So this is still a no trade. Ten-minute price flow is neutral. So hands off. This pair is a disappointment. If this trade ends in a loss, I will be suspending trading for the morning. The market has no more strength. It's lost its energy. Candlesticks are going nowhere. It's a possibility. If I decide, excuse me, if I decide to trade the Aussie dollar Japanese yen or the Aussie dollar US dollar as binary option plays, I will probably use an expiry of 1 hour at least because price is barely moving. The rates are hardly moving. So it's like a possibility. 60-minute price flow has gone from slightly bearish back to slightly bullish. Okay, I would go for this 60-minute binary option call contract, but I'm going to trade it in my derivative account. I mean, my Owanda account. I could trade the Aussie dollar Japanese yen as well, but I don't think I would do that in my derivative account because I don't trust that the market still has enough, or I don't think the market still, or I don't see enough energy remaining in the market for me to trust that it will follow through. Let me see if the Aussie dollar US dollar looks like it is following through. Can't tell. See if this candle ultimately ends up green or red. This would be a deriv.com binary put option. Deriv.com 20-minute binary put option. Let me see what happens if I sell it here. This is the US dollar, Canadian dollar. Obviously, this pair is bullish. But price action has been rejected at the top of the 8-hour price range. It has fallen below 20-minute support. So let's see if it continues on this southbound trajectory for a while. Okay, that is 65 pips worth of, 10 pips worth of profit for me already. I'm going to go ahead and collect on what's available at this point. So that was a successful Owanda trade in just a couple of minutes. Whether or not it turns out to be profitable on the deriv.com platform remains to be seen. Euro USD is going nowhere, but the Aussie pairs still show some energy, but not much here. Looks like the Aussie dollar Japanese yen ultimately turned out to be stronger. I picked the wrong one. These guys are going nowhere. Or at least this one isn't. So if I can, I'm going to get out with just a little. And now you're going weak as well. cable Japanese yen was stronger. It would have been a better choice. If this were going to be a successful deriv.com trade, the euro dollar US dollar would kind of need to pop at the last minute. The British pound was stronger than the Aussie dollar. The US dollar loonie looks like it is bouncing off of 30-minute support, which my numbers put at 1.446. Since the euro dollar US dollar looks so weak, I'm going to try to see if I can get out with at least a little bit of profit. Okay, I was going to exit the Aussie dollar US dollar because it is showing weakness near 30-minute resistance, which is probably about somewhere in this neighborhood. Let me see exactly where it is. 0.6287. So that's about where I am here. However, it looks like I was already able to abandon ship with just a little bit of a gain. So no need to take action here. Okay, I'm not going to trade you because you're weak. And because 20-minute price flow is neutral. What about the Aussie dollar Japanese yen? 30-minute and 20-minute price flow is bearish. 16-minute price flow is bullish. 2-hour price flow is bullish. 60-minute price flow is bearish. So if it were able to climb to top of the 50-minute price range, maybe I would consider shorting the pair. That's at 92.96. Thirty-minute price range under normal circumstances would be 92.79. So I doubt I will short the pair, because even if price is rejected at 92.79, by the by the time a downward turn would be confirmed by the 16-minute baseline, the rate might already be down in this area, which would already be quite a bit of a drop. And I am not going to enter a short position simply based on position, because 20-minute price action is neutral. And the market does not seem to have a lot of energy left. So I'm going to rule you out as well. considering whether to sell the Aussie dollar, US dollar, but the rate is not falling with enough conviction. So that would have been out of the money in deriv.com. 50-minute and 60-minute price action are still bullish. So I still have some hope of escaping this position in my Oanda account without a loss. It looks to me like this would been with it looks to me like this would have been a successful deriv.com trade. Price action is weak now, so I don't want to mess with this one either. The US dollar loonie. Thirty-minute price action is neutral with respect to the US dollar Swiss franc. Five, 10, 15, 20, 25 minutes, it has gone nowhere. US dollar, Japanese yen. It's gone nowhere in 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes. It's pushing against 30-minute resistance. I do not wish to play. So going back to the Aussie dollar, Japanese yen, essentially back where it was 20 minutes ago, 25 minutes ago. So I was looking for this to reverse direction, and it did not reverse direction, but it also has not made any progress in the last 25 minutes. Aussie dollar, US dollar is in essentially the same situation. I'm just making sure there's no other good opportunities because I'm thinking I'm about finished for the day. Euro dollar cable looks like it's turning north again. Five, 10, 15, 20. This pair is struggling against two resistance levels here. The euro dollar, Japanese yen. It's already been established the euro dollar, US dollar is going virtually nowhere. Okay, the yen pairs in US dollar, cable US dollar, Aussie US dollar have already surged. So if I were going to buy them, I would need for them to pull back and then buy them as they were initiating a subsequent climb, ascent. but it is 15 minutes before 9. And this took 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. So if it took 60 minutes to get back down, that would be beyond the window that I've reserved for trading this morning. And it doesn't make sense to try to buy them at the top of the range. We're at the top of the 20-minute range, and we're at the top of the 30-minute price range. 60-minute price flow or 50-minute price flow is essentially neutral. And the 2-hour price flow does not meet the threshold level. That is indicative of a lot of strength, a strong trend. So going forward, I believe that I will not be limiting myself to a 2-hour window each day. Rather, I will send out a signal to whoever has arranged to receive them at any time during the 24-hour market cycle. That structure justifies entering a position. And if anyone is there, they could decide if they want to enter a position or not. Just for your information, right now, my numbers are suggesting to me that the cable US dollar is about to head south from this double resistance level. So if I were trading in my derivative account, I might give it an hour for a binary put contract. However, because price action is so weak and the 60-minute trend is neutral, I'm not going to enter a position in my Oando account. Like I said, I'm going to just enter positions when conditions are at optimal levels. When the 50-minute trend is meeting the threshold for trend strength, and the 2-hour trend is meeting the threshold for strength, and rates are at a support or resistance level as appropriate. So that's my plan going forward. In the meantime, let me wish everyone the best of luck. And until next time, if indeed there is a next time, let me just check the Aussie pairs once more. Going nowhere. Going nowhere. So as I was about to say, hasta luego, mis amigos.